Good day. Everybody out there is having a good one. So, growing up, you hear generations of music, and the longer that music's been around, obviously, the further you can look back. But also, you can look back in other countries. Say, like, follow um, a a label like Warner Brothers or any of those big conglomerates. They also have subsidiaries in other regions and stuff, Latin America, um, you all over the world. And now with the beauty of the internet, we're able to like look back and and check this music out and uh find out that there's a lot of music that we grew up with or whatever that you know got its inspiration or may have got its inspiration um from something that we never would have you know gotten a hold of. Very rarely would we be getting it wasn't until the CD era where imports started becoming a thing, and now, like I said, with the internets, we get to look all around and find these bands, such as this one right here. Now, is Triana or Triana? Um, and this is what translates to your coldness. Um, yeah, definitely. Gotta check this band out. King Crimsonish.
Cada noche mi vida es para ti, como un juego cualquiera y nada más, porque a mí me atormenta en el alma tu frialdad. Yo quisiera saber si tu alma es igual a la de cualquier mujer, porque a mí me atormenta.
That's a cool set. That's awesome.
Tu frialdad. Y sueño con gran pasión que vive
Coming out with the vibe.
para mí, como yo vivo, niña, por ti. Na, 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 na,
Wow.
na, 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 na,
Somebody tell me what this keyboard is.
Cada noche mi vida es para ti, como un juego cualquiera y nada más, porque a mí me atormenta en el alma tu frialdad. Yo quisiera saber
See now, obviously, like a lot of music was over here, especially around this time. I think like Dick Clark had a musical show going on, and there was a lot of acts where, um, you know, them just kind of coming out and miming to it was kind of the norm. Um, but yeah, that's why, sometimes it's like, you can tell like it's obviously, the audio is overdubbed or whatever, but it's still um the one of the biggest things, and it's what's so great about music, it can transcend, is you don't even really need to know the language to get into, the whole groove and everything, and you'll be singing along even if you don't know the words. They're catchy. And it's, um from, the very little I've heard of this band, there's a lot of bands that I could put them in a category in. One of the bands that really like comes to mind is a band over here, Traffic, Bread, um, a handful of other bands that really, had a sound similar to this. Bands that were kind of, um, also, the envelope pushes the progressive, music of the time, you know. Uh, but at this time as well, music was um, in America was, it kind of split off into these like two factions. I guess more like it is today, where they had like disco, and then there was, rock and roll, and of course, country, which is totally different than it is today. Um, it's neat to see the progression of other countries and how the the sounds that, were being like emulated or whatever might have come from somewhere you didn't even expect. And there's songs, right now that, come to mind that, you know this would fall right in line with, love the groove, love the, and I love that volume work on the guitar. um and yeah, just a lot of cool stuff. If anybody knows what kind of keyboard this thing is, I would, I'm very curious. I'm sure it's something um extremely vintage that you can't get your hands on, or that's highly sought after and very expensive. But I am curious to know what this is, or if it was even something that, because not every product that, bands play are available, necessarily everywhere or in abundance, we'll say. um I mean, even then, being a rich band, you could get stuff from abroad, and different instruments and stuff. But um the what would be in the musical stores, and stuff like that at the time, you had like a lot of American makers and stuff, and a lot of uh all these companies coming in, like, what I believe like Sony and Roland and all that were already a thing at the time. Um, and all the offshoots of that. It's just very, very neat to see what these came from. There's a lot of little knobs stuff. Yeah, it looks like something I would have a lot of fun with, just sitting screwing around with for like days on end. Yeah. But this was a really cool mellow tune. I really dig this band. They have music that would fall into like even the stoner rock category, or, if you were to compare them to bands of today, and definitely uh, music that falls into the progressive area with bands, like I said, like Traffic or like King Crimson, even, and stuff like that. Um, you know, especially on the jazzier end of things, but yeah, this is definitely a band I want to look more into. I want to learn more about. I've been learning about a lot more bands from abroad, bands that, um, even when it came to bands from, out of my country, I thought I had a pretty good idea. I get some a lot of music from a lot of countries, from a lot of places, but still, there's, finding out where they've been inspired and what their inspiration has come from is so awesome. And, it really makes me look at music that is coming from certain areas. Look at it in a different light almost, and a good one. But yeah, it's always awesome to finding out about a region or an area, or learning about a culture through their music, and really, it's one of them things that connects us all. We can we can have disagreements, we can even have regional arguments or whatever, but we can also appreciate each other's music, and this is something that, you know obviously transcends time, and it transcends life. We have artists that we are just now learning about here, that I'm just learning about, that, they've sadly, are no longer with us, but their music will live on, and inspire generations and generations to come. So, yeah, my only, um, you know, downside with any of this is that I didn't know about it sooner. And, I think that a lot of it would have changed, uh, you know, my tastes, and my directions, in music. And I always have had a very wide range of musical tastes, but I also didn't know what I didn't know. And, and it's cool learning about what you don't know, right? And especially when it comes to music. So, yeah, I hope you are learning something that you didn't know. Take a look around if that's what you're into, finding new music from all, over the place, stuff that you never knew you needed in your life, all sorts of good stuff like that. Take a look around, because we got a lot of bands, a lot of music that I would have never found any other way. We have found a way to get out of the matrix, so to speak, cheat the algorithm, and, follow suggestions rather than following algorithms. Um, it's it's really led me to find music that I never would have found any other way. And that's, I have found a lot of music from the past year has been one of the most enlightening musical times for me, and I'm just skimming the surface, and it's been really exciting, and I've learned a lot, and there's a lot of bands that yeah, they're like my new favorite thing. So, yeah, take a look around. We got a lot of playlists. We got a lot of cool things to check out. If you got a suggestion of an artist, a band, doesn't matter the time, the whatever, please let us know. We want to learn about them. We want to share them with the rest of the class so they can learn about them. Because, that's what this is all about, is finding new music, and sharing it with people. Stuff that they might not have found. You found me, now you found all this other music. So that's the point. And, we like, keeping tabs on these bands, and growing this community, of people that, can help be our eyes and ears, and say, hey, new stuff, check this out, or hey, you got to check out this artist, or just and I love learning about different areas and different genres and different types and styles, and just whole different things that I never would have found, like I said, any other way. So yeah, if that's something you'd like to do in your musical adventure, take a look around. You might want to take the Cliff Notes version and start from there. And please follow the links. We got stuff linked up. If we don't, let us know, and we will correct that directly. But yeah, follow the links and go to these bands, show them some support, and share them with your friends. That's what this is all about. So hope you're having a great day out there, everybody. Hope it's going as good as it possibly can be going. We got tons more news, reviews, reacts, all sorts of stuff to talk about, and the musical areas and more. But yeah, is this your first time hearing this band? Do you know of a band that you would suggest that's like them, or a band that they remind you of? Let's talk about it in the comments. Let me know what you think, and have a great day out there, and we'll see you in the next one.